Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome to VP4TV. We had a short interval, but we're here now for Friday Night 9 Ball, which has a full house. Not sure whether all those that signed up are going to show up. There's one or two names in it that might not. Well, I see Snotty, he's there, and I see Eloquenti, so we might get all the matches in without any forfeits. So, of course, with a full house, the bracket's already been drawn. We've got Travelling TT against Sergresh, Preacher against Camden, Larry against Bankster, excuse me, Rez against Coldest Pillow, Simanx and Fast Eddie, Eloquenti and Stefan, Snotty against Tam, and Real Poland Power against Chimpy. So I think that'll be the match we'll be watching. A little while ago we had a round 3 match between Stubb and Fast Eddie. Stubb ran out a comfortable winner. I think it was 13 racks to 3. Now, is Camden here? Yeah, he's in a room. So we're all set to go. We're just waiting on the rooms going up. Well, within the next 30 seconds or so, you would think the rooms are going to show on the tournament tab. And there we go. So all the rooms are up. Now, I'm just looking around here to see, well, Chimpy's in away mode. And now it's going to be see who's going to take the longest to get into this room. So we'll head in. And Chimpy's already in. So we're going to be hanging around until Stubb gets his act together. Is Stubb going for the double again this week, I wonder? He won it last week, did he not? So we wait and wait. He's got the full 10 minutes to get into the room initially. So again, he gets his audible alert letting him know that the room is up, so he knows the room is up. He's just going to mess about. And Stubb immediately arrived in the room and lagged off. I think that was a mistake. So Chimpy wins the lag, and Stubb is getting last 2 as his handicap. Oh, cue ball. Thought about it. A ball has gone down. Now you can certainly tweak the cue ball around to get that 1 ball in, but you're going to be a long distance from the 2. You mean Chimpy? What did I say there? Chimpy won the lag and broke, didn't he? Good evening to Simanx. What did I get wrong there, Coldest Pillow? I'm surely not going downhill so quick tonight, am I? It's about another hour yet before I start going downhill. Oh no, I did get it wrong. You're right enough. It's Chimpy that's got the last two. Aye. Yeah, that's my first mistake of the night. Well, welcome back to those who were here earlier. Stubb with his comfortable win through to round 4 in the VP4 Virtual Blackball World Championships. And Stubb already should be 1-0 up. He's going to stay in the table. Just. A big change coming back to this table when you've just had a session on that blackball table. Everything's different, but it's certainly much more familiar territory for Stubb. Oh dear, the big stun doesn't work again, and Chimpy's got to go for the bank. The bank is dead set, right on the middle diamond. He may well have to bank the 9 ball as well, depending how this finishes, but he might be going for the cut, but the bank looks... No, he's got the double kiss. He's got the double kiss, the dreaded double kiss. Oh dear. Well, there's a shocker from Stubb on the 9 ball, and again he's got away with it. Reverse bank on the 9. Good evening to, or good afternoon to Interchange X. And this time Chimpy doesn't make a mistake, so Stubb is the one that's got the red face with embarrassment, because that was an awful attempt at the 9 ball there. And a rack that should have been his has gone south. 5 ball, or was it a 3 ball? I think it was a 3 ball has gone in. Shot in the 1. And it's 2-0 to Chimpy. Well, I don't know whether you know Interchange X. Do you remember the German guy Kerr, or K-E-R-E? Before the tournament started, I sent him a message through VP4. I never, needless to say, I never got a reply. Because it's been 4 years since he's been online in VP4, and I would have loved to have seen him in the 3 cushion tournament. But he may well have gone to pastures new, never to return. It would have been good to see him in it, but I think it's going to be between Vinces under a different name and Chiku as to who's going to win it. I think the two of them are the... I think Chiku's the overwhelming favourite. I think Vinces has got a chance to maybe cause him problems. Welcome to Travelling TT. Well, this is not exactly the start that Stubb wanted, but he dug his own hole there. And it is 2-0 to Chimpy. And the 7 ball goes in. The 1 ball is not great, but Chimpy can have him nailed to the 9. I mean, all he has to do is just kill this cue ball stone dead and Stubbs in trouble. But he's trying to play the pot. The reason I said it'd been better burying him is the 4 ball is a problem. That 4 ball, he's got to get really good on it. He's got to get down here into the spot to play the cut. And he doesn't want to go too far down here, so he's got to get to at least this point, but you don't want to get to that point. Now, I don't believe that he wants to try and get in any gap between the 9 and the 8. That's no good. He's got to come down at least to here. Watch the point. Oh, he's okay. Now, it's just going to be 2 rails, 3 rails possibly, so that he can get far enough over to the right to see the 5. And that looks okay. So again, 3 rails. Watch the side pocket, disaster. And that's the only risk we're running the 3 rails. And Stubbs been let off the hook. Welcome, good evening to Semi-Pro. To Stubb off the mark, it should have been 3-0. Eight balls going in, and he's going to have a very quick 1-9 combo here to square the match. That's how quick it turns. And another combo to start off. Ball in the break, the 8 balls gone. 1-2 combo. Still forcing Chimpy to kick. I don't know that was a great success. The only thing is that the 1 won't cut, the 7's in the way. Well, this tournament semi-pro was full at 6 o'clock tonight, so anybody who was thinking of getting in was in for a surprise. When they tried to sign up, it was full up a long time ago. Which is good to see. Now, got to avoid the 7. Well, he's caught the 7, but he's okay. Just hit it a glancing blow. If he had hit that full in the face, he was dead in the water. And he's got to come back the way. Oh, that's awful. He stunned that stone dead. Now, does that go? No, it doesn't. Well, there's a big gap behind that 4. Oh, he'll settle for that. Yep. Got a lucky roll there. And Stubb almost chipped to 9 in. So just a little dink along the rail, back out into the middle of the table. No, he's gone. Well, he's let it run loose, and again, disaster befalls him. He should have got a hold of the cue ball there, Chimpy. He should have got a hold of the cue ball. That was the one surefire way of controlling the cue ball. He let it run loose to play the 5 into the side, and he ended up playing the sucker shot. And that's a gift and a half to Stubb. Just needs the... I'll tell I forgot again. Chimpy's the one that's getting a handicap. So do you think there's more people signed up because Spectre Dawn isn't in it? Well, just playing the roll up, so we're just waiting on the mistake. Or who's going to be brave to take something on. And Stubb ran out of patience and promptly scratches and gifts it to Chimpy. Well, it was Stubb that started it. He didn't fancy the bank. It didn't look great, so he played the roll up dead onto the 9. And then his patience lasted 30 seconds before he had a blast and then scratched. So what was that all about? And meanwhile, Chimpy breaks off in rack number, what is it, 6. Balls in the break, balls all over the place, and Chimpy is going to have a 2-rack lead here. Now, I think he can back out of there. He doesn't want to do anything that's going to bump the 5. Well, you see, he's bumped it soft. That's fine, because he could have ended up bumping the 5 over by the 8 and maybe not have a shot next, so he's fine. No, good evening to Popman. Yeah, you've got to get in early, Popman, if you want in Friday night 9 ball. It was full at 6 o'clock, a full hour before the tournament was due to start. Well, you know, anybody talking like that in a pool room, and if it, you know, and if nobody knows who the guy is, they'd pretty quickly shut his mouth. He'd end up with a pool cue across his cheeks, and I don't mean the cheeks of his arse either. What, Friday night 9 ball? Well, the thing is, Friday night 9 ball with any more than 16 in it is going 4 hours. I can guarantee that. And so you're then looking at 11 o'clock and beyond for when it finishes. And I think most players don't want to be here for 4 hours. I think 16 is a good maximum. I certainly wouldn't be streaming it if there was any more than 16 in it. Because there's no way I'm staying up to 11 o'clock at night if I can help it. 16's a fair enough number. You know, the sign-ups are open as soon as the tournament finishes tonight, so if you want to guarantee to get in, then you sign up. You make sure you sign up days before if you know that you're going to be here. You heard that Stubb is a Polish bodybuilder. Well, I think the problem for Stubb being a bodybuilder is he's not going to be much good at lifting weights for a start. That's one thing. He'll be okay lifting the weights with his legs, but he's going to be hard pushed to be a weightlifter or do any weight training that way with one arm. Well, Stubb back in touch. By 4 racks to 3. I think a ball has gone in. Another ball certainly gone in. He's going to be hampered to cut this. Now there's that pattern I was talking about, guys. That's the first one tonight. We haven't seen it for a little while, but that's the pattern. You've got the one sort of slightly isolated ball and the two of them stuck together. Now it either lies like that or it lies the other way, but that is it. So that's one that we've seen tonight. We didn't see any last week, admittedly, but we've seen one tonight. And Cold as Pillows in a hurry tonight. A 7-2 win against Rez. He's on fire. So the 3 goes into the side clearly. But now that 7 is at the other side of the 9. I can't. It might go and it might not go. I can't say. It goes into the side, I think, no problem. But you know, you've obviously got to get up there. Well, let's see what Chimpy thinks. That looks very, very tight that it will go into the corner on the left-hand side, that 7 ball. And he's trying to get to the point that will allow him to take it into the side, but he's just overcooked it. Now, the 9 looks as if it's going to the point. If he's looking at the combo into the side, it's going to the point. Is it going to get there? No, it did take the line that I thought it was going to take. And so Stubb has been reprieved with a chance to square the match. I think Chimpy was hoping that ball was going to turn over a wee bit, but it just held its line straight onto the point, the direction it was going. Well, it's going to be the billiard onto the 9. No way he can miss this. Absolutely no way. This is as easy as they come. 4 apiece. Right, the break is dry. Let's have a quick tab and see how Larry's doing against the Danger Man, against Bankster. Well, Larry's dealing with Bankster at the moment. He's 5-1 up, and Bankster is actually not getting a handicap tonight, which is unusual against Larry. Well, this is awkward. It's awkward at distance like that. It's an awkward cut and it's hampered by the 7, so Stubb will still be going for it. No, he's not. There's a surprise. Trying to duck for cover. Well, he doesn't get it. And Chimpy will be drawing straight back. No, he's gone forward to run through. That'll work as well. Has he gone far enough? Well, I think the good thing about this is the 3 goes into the corner, so if he's going to just pot the 2 and roll forward, he's going to brush off the 8 and go forward over that side. Well, he's digging in again. Well, maybe it'd have been better just to let it roll forward. He'd have had a better line than this, I think, on the 3 ball. He's going to have to dig out a shot here. Oh, it wiped its feet, but it's gone in. And he's pretty straight here. Now this either needs a very, very big stun. Yeah. Oh, he's fluked to 8 as well. That'll annoy Stubb even more. That'll really annoy Stubb. Well, obviously Stubb wasn't looking at the screen at the time because he hasn't typed bullshit yet. He didn't see the shot. Can tell you that straight away. Oh, now how's the luck? Not great. I can't see that result there. I'm assuming that Fast Eddie won. Or was it? Looks like maybe Simanx won 7-2. I think it is. I thought Fast Eddie was in here waiting on his next opponent, but it looks as if Simanx won. Yes, he did. That's a good result. He made use of his handicap. And it's not been a good day for Fast Eddie. Got pummeled by Stubb earlier on. And Simanx has gave him a do in the first round match. In tonight's Friday night 9-ball. Meanwhile, Stubb has got a bank on the 9 for the lead. Oh no, he's went for the big cut. The big blast cut. Well, I'll tell you where it all went downhill for you, Eddie. Pulling me up because I told Stubb he could play the 8-ball. That's where it went downhill from that point. So you've nobody but yourself to blame. None whatsoever. Things didn't get any much better for you after that. Well, Stubb's going to widen the gap here. Yeah, but you've got to remember my jinxing talents. Oh dear. Well, there's a big boo-boo from Stubb. Taking things for granted. And he's got away with it. Now, does Chimpy fancy the Stubb blast cut in the 5? Well, let's see how long Stubb's patience holds here. A rack that had pretty much given to Stubb, and Stubb's done his best to give it away. And I think Chimpy will just roll dead onto it again. Well, the last time Stubb started this in one of the earlier racks, and then within 2 shots he'd lost patience and blasted and then scratched. Let's see what happens this time. I think he's maybe learnt his lesson from that one. He's going to go all the way with this one. He'll be here all night. Now, obviously, if the 9-ball wasn't there, the bank would have been played by now. How do you fancy 25 minutes of this? Now, I think what somebody has to do is just try and hit that 5 ball, not straight on, but just a little tad either side, just to change the angle. And obviously you've got to play it right so that you don't actually leave a shot on. It's the only way this situation will change. You know, you've got to maybe try and get to this bottom right hand corner from it. You know, you could play really thin off the 5 right now. See how the angle on the cue ball there? If you were brave enough, you could play off the 5 just to get over to the corner, like this. Now that changes it slightly. Stubb will probably just roll onto it, but he's got to roll face on. And now at that angle, Stubb's going to take the bait. He's going to take the bait here, I guarantee it. There you go. And he's fluked to 9. Problem solved. Somebody had to make the move. Unfortunately for Chimpy, it gives Stubb the break for the match. With a 6-4 lead, he's got a ball, he's got a shot. The 3 ball goes past the 9. And as long as he gets on the 2 decent enough, he should be out. And that's just changed the whole, I'll say that again, it's just changed the whole perspective of this rack, because he's nudged the 3 and killed it. And then he's having a blast. Oh, welcome to Blind Hog. Never saw him there. Now this is what Blind Hog does every Friday night 9-ball he comes in. What he does is he comes into the stream, says hello, and then pisses off and goes into the room. I don't know why he does it, but that's what he does. I don't know what he does it for. Well, Chimpy now, golden opportunity to stay in the match. Have you not seen that that video that he posted when he was playing pool? He was playing pool with just his one arm, and then he attached his bionic arm, and I think he was playing with it as well. He's the Steve Austin of VP4. And the results are all coming through. I think this will be the last match to finish in this first round. So, Chimpy breaking to try and take this all the way. Oh, it's dry. It's dry, but he's left nothing. No, Chimpy's getting the last 2. See up the top of the HUD there where it says last 2. Well, I'm fairly certain he can lock him onto the 4. And that's, well, that's that's Bill territory where that cue ball is. Bill will jump that 4 ball. Chimpy doesn't fancy it, but Bill would jump that. Well, Chimpy's got the hit, but hasn't got a good roll. How's he sitting here? Well, he's going to be running loose all over the place here. He's got to hit this to get the 4 to the pocket. He's coming off the 7 ball. No, he's trying to squeeze it past the 8. I didn't think he could get past the 8. That was well done. Well, this is a critical shot. Loads of room to get on the 7. You said that before. Yeah, is your memory that bad that you don't remember asking me that before, or was it Simanx that asked me that? Somebody asked me that not more than 2 weeks ago. And when they asked me, I said, purple burglar alarm. Well, Stubbs good to go. It's going to be a first round victory eventually. It was you. Oh, well, I said it again then. Don't ask me again. Next time you ask me, I'm not going to say it because I can say it anyway. I'm glad we've cleared that up. Purple burglar alarm. What's the bloody problem? She sells seashells on the seashore. There, I said that one as well. So Stubbs off to a winning start by 7 racks to 5. Probably the last match in the first round. Loads of results have all come through. And it definitely is. And Tam has got through the first round, 7 racks to 5 against Snotty. Meanwhile, Larry and Coldest Pillow are off and running. Oh, there's still a match to be finished. We've got Camden and Preacher still playing. Camden is 5-2 up against Preacher. And we've got Fast Eddie and Stefan on the 1 loss side. Let's go into that, because of course it's just a race to 4. And Stefan is getting the 6 ball. Have I had too much Iron Brew? No, I haven't had any Iron Brew in about 20 years. Now, who's Limmy? Who's Limmy? I've never heard of them. Oh dear. Here we go. There's a roll of the ball if ever you want one. The 6 ball is Stefan's money ball. He flukes it and squares the match. Well, one thing's for certain here. He's not going to be potting the 1 ball unless he kicks it in. Good chance it will go though. He'll take that. I mean, the 1 ball will cut up the table, and it's highly likely that Eddie will have some sort of shot in the 2. Scottish TV comedian, never heard of the guy. What's his proper name? He can't be that funny if I've not heard him. That was a good shot. That wasn't so good though. Still cuts across the other corner. Oh, he's overcut that by a country mile. But again, he'll take that as an outcome. Well, you could have a good slam at the 3 ball and try and bang it in off the 8. You could do that. Well, the one thing with this shot is that you can certainly get distance on the 3 ball. Brian Lemon, never heard of the guy. Oh, is he going to scratch? He's okay, I think. Oh, and that is hot. Oh, that's unlucky. I thought he was going to nail him behind the point there. It just died in its last breath. No, I've never heard of the guy. I haven't a clue who he is or where he's from, or I don't recall seeing that name anywhere. Well, Eddie should be back in the lead. Looks fairly straightforward. Nice. Well, just a straight draw. He's dead straight in, so he's fine. It's always a long haul on the one loss side on Friday night 9 ball. Or it can be a very short night if you lose your first 2 matches. You're dead and buried and gone. Well, Eddie's came up dry. This table is not too bad. The problem obviously is the 2-8 and where the 3 ball is. It's stuck to that top rail, I think. Oh dear, that's a disaster. Now the 3 ball's off the rail. So now the test for Eddie is whether he can handle this situation and get himself out. So he's looking to leave himself pretty straight on this 2 ball. I presume to play the combo. I don't think the 2's not going by the 8, so. Or is he playing the 1-9 combo? Maybe that's what he's doing. Yes, he is. So that deals with any issues. And now he's on the hill. Nine ball goes in amongst others. It comes back up. Eddie stays at the table, but he's going to have to dish up a long combo if he fancies that. But he's got an easy safety here. Send it in behind the 2. Well, I would have went in behind the 2 and send it one to the top rail and brought the cue ball back down here. Try to get it down by the 7 and 8. That's what I would have tried there, but I think he's got pretty much got the cover. Well, it's a long jump. There's plenty of room for it. But it's going to be a long jump 1-3 combo. He's got to go for it. And it looks pretty good. Is that a 3 ball or is it a 5? It's a 3. Oh, he's going to end up. I don't believe that he played that. I think he was playing for the combo. Maybe I got it wrong. My 9-ball break is terrible. I think what you really find is that your 9-ball break is terrible one night and then it's not so bad the next night. That's how it is in VP4. So it's going to be a 7-8 combo, which I think is pretty much dead set. Well, not far off it. So he's got a good line here to get a good shape on this 7-8 combo. Oh dear. Well, that was part of the deal, but the main part of it was potting the 6. But Stefan's going to have the same issue. Could have done with missing. Well, he didn't need it because that was one of his money balls, wasn't it? Forgot it about it straight away. So Stefan survives. A ball has gone in, and it was the 1 ball. Oh dear, we've got a mess in the middle of the table. So just to push out. Now let's have a look at this. Well, that's not so handy where the 2 is, but that'll be good as a safety. Now, it's not a difficult kick. The line is there to get to that 2 ball, and there's a chance of it going in. I would have went for the kick up and down there. I wouldn't have done that. What did I tell you? I told you Blind Hog would come into the stream and then he'd get into the room, and then he's been in and left the room. Oh, now that's brought the 1 problem ball on the rail out. There's still the issue with the 5 ball. How does that look? Well, it's not really going anywhere, is it? Three ball and the 4 ball are no good. And Eddie hasn't got the cover. So Stefan can certainly pot the 2. Whether he can get the cue ball running at the right angle, well, obviously not. But hang on a minute, will that squeeze in off the jaw? That might go. I think it will go. Oh yes, it did just go in off the jaw. I never thought that went. Well, if you're asking me, I'll break from the right hand side most of the time, and when that doesn't work, I'll try the left side for 1 or 2 breaks, and then if that doesn't work, I'll go down the middle. And I'll also, when I do go down the middle, I'll just break from where the cue ball appears. I don't move the cue ball. Well, Fast Eddie gets a hit, and he's not left anything easy. But the 5 does go past the 7 up table. Well, he's got to get away off this 5 ball here. It's a thin, slight cutback, I think, and he's got to make sure he takes the cue ball away from the scratch. wasn't even attempting it. Now, presumably that Snotty has lost his first match and then not bothered about the one loss side. Chimpy, I presume Chimpy's the one that has won the match by forfeit. Now my 5 litre bottles of water I was talking about, I don't know whether it was last week, I'd bought 3 of them. I'm still on my first one, and I have got less than half full now. So I must have drank about at least 3 litres of this bottle. And meanwhile, Fast Eddie has a long distance thin cut and a chance to win the match. He's overcut it. Oh, that little nudge on the 6 there by the 7's killed the 6 ball. And Stefan didn't get the distance. So another chance for Eddie to seal the deal. Pocket weight and just get the cue ball high enough without scratching. And so Fast Eddie is going to continue on. Stefan is going for the early bath, as they say. Well, we need a catch up here. Loads of results coming in. And Bankster has gone home. Rez has taken him out 4 racks to 2. And let's see where we stand here. We've got, goodness me, that match still going on between Preacher and Camden. And that is 50 minutes old, that match. Let's get in and see what these two are like. Well, they're pretty much similar as far as rating goes. Where are they from? Where's Preacher? Is he the USA, I think? And Camden, oh, he's the USA as well. Well, this must be tortuous to watch this. And it could still go another 2 racks. Maybe there's been a lot of safety in it. At the moment I'm using Marillis Action, which I've had for years. Every time I've had to format my PC over the last few years, I've always then ended up going back to the website and get my serial and reinstalling it. Marillis Action's very good, so it is. It's not one of these. It's not like OBS or anything like that. It doesn't give you all that fancy stuff, but it works very well. I mean, while it's running, I'm watching the game. I mean, remember the days when you used to run software like that, and that when you were actually running it, the game looked sort of crappy. It looks perfectly normal to me. You wouldn't even know it's running. Yeah, and then the other thing about Marillis Action is it's not one of these ones that you have to, you know, well, there was one piece of software I had where they wanted you to renew it each year, and as soon as I found out that, I ditched it, and needless to say, that software no longer exists. They went out of business. This Marillis Action, I bought and paid for it, goodness knows how many years ago, and you get free updates from them from time to time whenever they're fixing bugs and things, so you're not having to renew a serial or anything like that with it. I'm trying to remember the name of that. Well, where's this cue ball going? This is why this match has probably taken so long. I'm trying to remember the name of the other software. It was Game Something. Was it Game Something? I can't remember what it was called. It was only around for a short while. I bought it. It worked pretty well. And then by the time the year came up, I then couldn't use it. It was asking me to go and renew it. So sod that for a game. And that's why they no longer exist. Because their idea of making money out of folk renewing it every bloody year didn't work. Nobody was interested. And XSplit Gamecaster made the same mistake. The Gamecaster that I have is an old version. When they decided to make it a free version, they then made it a lot more. They made it a lot more complicated, shall we say, and it became almost a sort of clone of XSplit Broadcaster, which I've used, which is the more substantial one, like OBS. It allows you to put different scenes and everything in. Well, XSplit Gamecaster decided we're going to give people Gamecaster free, but what they were hoping is that people would pay for the premium version to give them full functionality. And the same thing happened. Nobody was interested, and now XSplit Gamecaster's died a death. It's gone. It no longer exists. The one I've got is the old version, which still works for me, and I didn't like the new version anyway. I tried it, and I thought it was crap. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. And I actually ended up just Googling XSplit Gamecaster old versions, and I found it online and downloaded it. And my serial still worked with it as well. Anyway, it was inevitable that this match was going to go all the way. We are 6 racks apiece. This match is 56 minutes old. And I've not really seen... I've certainly never seen Camden. I have never seen that guy play. I don't really think I've seen Preacher play either. Push out has been played, so Camden can either play from there or put Preacher back in. Well, he's got a partial snooker. Yeah, I've not had a game of cowboy doubles in weeks. Whenever I come online on my day off now, Casino Jim is playing in tournaments because there's nobody else on to play doubles. The cowboy doubles has died a death. I haven't had a game for a long while. Now, who's waiting in this match, by the way? Who's waiting in this? Sergaresh is waiting on it. Larry's 5-4 up against Coldest Pillow. Let's, I think we'll jump into that match. I think we'll let these two guys get the job done. Well, this is a scratch match between Larry and Coldest Pillow. Larry, well, he's on the 7. Well, I'm registered with Streamlabs, but I've never used. I think I tried it, but I don't like the. Mind you, I can't do that now. I can't have anything running on my second monitor, or my PC will restart. The reason I like this is it runs smooth. It's not a problem. old XSplit Gamecaster. I like it because I can use my on-screen lines. And I think the Streamlabs has got a premium account, is it not? I think it does. Or is that... There's OBS and then there's OBS Studio and that sort of thing, but... I mean, for example, I think see the Twitch counter and the YouTube counter I've got and the Kick counter. The Kick counter isn't off Streamlabs because they don't have it. I found that. I can't remember what site I got that off of. But the counter for Twitch and YouTube is off Streamlabs. All you do is just copy the URL and put it in and then have it on your screen, so that it allows us to see how many's online. So I use Streamlabs for that sort of thing, but I don't use it for streaming. Now that is a good question. X Games has been gone for a long time. He obviously was one of the players that I used to play with in Cowboy Doubles in the early mornings, my day off. He's not been around for months. I mean, it is definitely months he hasn't been online. And I think the answer to that question is probably if you get a chance of a word with Casino Jim, but you've got to be up at certain hours to see him. Yeah, I can't crop it, that's the only thing. I can't crop it. I mean, the Kick one looks nice because it shows you how many are watching. There's only ever one on Kick. We actually had a maximum of 2, and then the third one is telling you what your average was. So it would be good if I could have 3 all like that. But yeah, the Twitch and the YouTube one, it always has that bar, and there's no way to get rid of it. Dog won't let me sleep in, says Rotor Monkey. Welcome to the stream. And Stubb has taken care of Tam. 7 racks to 3. Oh, that's a good effort. A very good effort. We're 5 apiece here. And Coldest Pillow has the thin cut in the 5. Got to try and drag as much pace off the cue ball. And that's well done. Well, his best he's going to get is a bank. He's going to have to make it though. He's going to have to cut it slightly, I think. He's not interested. So here we go with the Stubb scenario again. But Larry's going to try and thin it and get away from it over by the 8. Oh no, Larry's took the bait straight away. He's gone full tilt for the bank. I wonder why, whoops, hang on a minute. I wonder why a lot of people don't like Kick. Because Kick has the fastest turnaround of all. Oh, now watch the cue ball. Now I've got a little suggestion. I've got a little suggestion for people that are watching. For them, oh, now there's that pattern with the 3 balls for the second time tonight. That's the pattern. You've got 2 stuck together, 1 slightly isolated. There it is. That's twice tonight it's happened. A little mention to people that don't know, I am now partially monetized on YouTube, so I have my own store on YouTube, which if you go to my channel you can click on the store tab, but I have a suggestion for you guys that are watching. If you have your own logo or your own design that you want me to add so that you can get your own t-shirt, then I can add it. You just need to send me the logo, and then if you buy your t-shirt or your hat or whatever design you want from my store, I can then get rid of it, if that's one way you want to have your own logo. It's not just my stuff that I can put on there, I can put any design you want on it. Well, look at that 9-ball. Larry playing the thin cut, hoping he comes up good in the 6-ball. It might go dead to the rail. Well, this is tough. And he's going to finish below the 7, so he's going to win the match here. Going to take the match to the final rack here, I should say. I always assumed it was 1080 anyway. Well, here we are. Final rack. Larry breaking for the match. And the 6-ball's going in. The 1-ball isn't great. Oh, he can just dink it in. Now he's got to dink past this 8-ball. Oh, he's caught the 4. Oh, he's going to have to, I think he's going to tweak this a little bit. Yeah. Oh, and he's caught the 8. Well, cold as pillow. Big scalp for you here. With ball in hand. Well, I would always want to make sure I was going to the rail, or at least coming out into the middle of the table one way or other. And that's reasonably good, except he's going to be hampered over this 8-ball. I'm not really sure now what's happening. It might be 9-ball. Steve's actually, he says he's working on the 8-ball. If we're going to have an 8-ball league, he's going to have to do a bit of tweaking to how it's set up, and that's why it's taken longer. So it is more than likely probably going to be 8-ball. It might be 9-ball just for the sake of having one. That's a good win for Cold as Pillow. Sent Larry to the 1-loss side. Well, the obvious biggest drawback with Scottish doubles is whether everybody, enough players are going to show up. No, Stubb pretty much potted everything he could get a hold of. He was banging a bit here or there, but he certainly deserved to win. So as did Cold as Pillow there. So now we have Sergresh playing Camden in round 2. We've got Cold as Pillow waiting on the winner of that one, and that of course has just started, so Cold as Pillow can have a little break. Simanx and Eloquenti are, well, Simanx is 6-5 up. It could go all the way, and Stubbs lying in wait for that, so let's just go in and have a look. And Eloquenti, well, the 7 will cut, but he's overcut it. Now how's his luck? It's reasonably good. I'll have a quick drink. Well, Eloquente's had a blast, and it could be his last shot. Are you home alone tonight, Tam? Is that why you're in the Friday night 9-ball? So, well, mind you, the 7-ball was the money ball there, wasn't it? So well done to Simax. He survives another round. So now, it's Simax getting a bucket load against Stubb. He's getting 6 and out, which is very generous, and Stubb's got to be careful. Now the question is what Simax is going to turn up. Is it going to be the numpty and doing daft things, or is he going to make good use of that handicap? No, I've been looking for cowboy doubles for weeks now. And well, somebody was just asking there, what's happened to X Games? We haven't seen him for months. We don't know what's happened to him. Right, so the one lost side, we have Fast Eddie just about to play Larry. We've got Chimpy waiting in a loser coming across. We've got Rez and Eloquente just about to start. And you've got Tam waiting on the winner of the travelling TT Preacher match. Right, so what do we do? Are we going in to watch the Stubb match with Simax, or are we going in to watch Fast Eddie and Larry? I'll go by the vote as to what we're going to watch here, so it's up to you guys. If we don't get enough votes, I'm just going to dive straight into the Stubb Simax match. I'll give you a minute to get your votes in. Simax wants us to go into the Stubb match. Well, that's one vote. And Fast Eddie wants he wants that's one apiece. I need a decider. Somebody needs to come up with a vote, please, folks. Well, I definitely missed it. Nobody else is typing it. How come we've got 16 people watching on these main channels and nobody's putting a vote in? Are you scared to type something? Right, Tornado Tam says Fast Eddie. Right, the decision has been made. So Larry's already 1-0 up. Larry's getting the 8-ball. Now this is not a difficult hit. The problem is the 1 ball's going to be there or thereabouts after you hit it. You know, a bit like that. And Larry's going to be buried here in a second. Well, he didn't want to catch the 7 ball. He should have had him nailed. Larry's going to jump and pot this. That needed a wee bit more care taken with that punch around the table there. No, Larry's not jumped it. He's caught the 9, so maybe that's all worked out in his favour. Well, there's no doubt that we'll be able to hopefully join the remainder of that Simax Stubb match. Needs to get off the rail. That's not great. Oh, that's a nice bumping 8-ball. And there's just enough angle to try and get up the table. Watch the cue ball. Well, it's a thin cut. Very thin. This is a Stubb Blast thin cut. that 5 ball. Now, let's have a look. Can he sneak? Can he? I don't know whether he can sneak past that 8 ball. I think he's going to run into it. But you can certainly cut the 5 up past the side pocket and use that 8 and 6. It's a wee touchy shot. Now what's Larry doing here? Is he going full blooded? He may well be. Yeah. Now, does the 6 ball go? Oh, I think it does. I think it does. It just goes. Oh, he's caught the jaws. It's hung up. Well, not really an awful lot you want to be doing with this cue ball here. You just don't want to bump into the 9. You want to try and get over in a decent enough line in the 8 ball. He's avoided the bump in the 9. Now, let's see what it's like from his end. Well, you can go forward and let it run out. You maybe have to check it a wee bit. Well, he's playing the draw. He's held it well. Whatever shot you're comfortable with, there was 2 ways to get there. You either go forward, or if you're comfortable with the draw shot, you play the draw. So we're 1 apiece. Short race to 4, blink an eye and it's over. And this might be dry. Now, I'm sure the 1 ball, it's gone beyond the, it's beyond the point where it's going to cut, I think. Larry had a go. I think if he'd hit it really hard, it would have gone. Well, this cue ball, when it comes off the 1, should be going thin to the rail. It's whether he can get it away. Yes, he has. He's going to have no shot though. Well, no prizes for guessing what I'd be doing. I'd be thinning that with a good bit of spin to get right up into that corner. Eddie had a similar idea there, but just caught the 2 a bit too thick. Now Larry's looking at the bank onto the 5-3 here. That's what he's doing. Stone dead it was. And the cue ball, look at this, it's going to end up behind the 8. Oh dear. Wow. Well, that's just a kick in the stomach there. I mean, after that shot, he's ended up in a proper hole. There's no way he's getting to that 2 ball. No way is he getting to it. You can keep looking and keep looking. I mean, if you spun around the 5, you're going to get to the rail if you did, and you're going to come way into the table. You're going to be nowhere near the 2. Well, that was just an impossibility that Larry was lumbered in there. No, he weren't jumping that. What the hell's happening here? Oh, Eddie's having a go at it. I think he's winding us all up. Let's have a quick look in. Simanx has gone quiet. It's 2 apiece in that match with Stubb. He's maybe concentrating. Watch the cue ball. I think he's okay. Well, I wonder if many are going to run out on me tonight before the final. We've got 15 people watching at the moment, 16. And how many are going to watch this and then disappear before the end? I think last week we had about 3 people left to watch the final. And I've been, how long have I been streaming today? I've been on since what? Well, I had a break, half an hour or so, but I've been on since like just after 4 o'clock this afternoon. So that's knocking on the door of 4 hours. I've been here. And I've certainly got a little bit to go as well tonight before this is over. Meanwhile, Larry looking to regain the lead. Now I would always just go top rail and side rail, but I'm forgetting that Larry's getting a handicap like that. I forgot about the handicap again. I think that's about the second time I've done it tonight. Now that might be dry. The 6 ball had a quick look but didn't get there. And Eddie's got a table that wants running out to square the match. Now, for anybody who wasn't around last night to see the match between Albinario and MC Clarkey, get yourself onto my YouTube channel. Whenever you've got time, you can go and watch that match. It was a very good match. Well worth a watch again, so it is. Oh, as soon as you start jacking up, that's always a danger. You can inadvertently put a wee bit of spin in that cue ball, but at least he's forcing Larry to jump this. Well, Larry's got the jump. He's going to have to dig out another good pot though. And you can play this pretty much pocket weight. He's going to have a shot in the 8 ball. I'm not quite so convinced that he might not scratch though, unless he does something to the cue ball. If he just lets this run out, no, he's fine. He did sort of try and stun it a wee bit to make sure he wasn't going to scratch, but then again that just makes the pot that more difficult. Well, he's not telling us anything that we don't already know. Oh dear, the yawning started big time, and it is at that time of night. This is the old downward spiral, folks. Well, there's another result through. I can't see where it is because I've got my little info panel right in the middle of the screen. But anyway, we're 2 apiece here. I reckon Stubb is perfectly normal in real life. I would head my bets on that. Are you up 6-2 against him? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, that needs to update because it's only 5-2 at the moment. Oh dear, Stubbs taking a beating here with a big handicap. He's fallen into the trap of banging balls and taking risks, and yeah. See, he doesn't go about things the right way when he's up against a handicap, and then he gets pissed off and moans about it. Meanwhile, we're still 2 apiece here. Push out played by Larry. And quick look. Believe it or not, that 1 ball goes. I mean, that does go. It goes clean. But Eddie wasn't playing the pot. He's trying to get decent cover. And Larry can only hit that 1 ball direct in the face. He can't do anything else but that. I mean, he could go off the long rail, short rail and kick into it and try and punch it up the table. Well, you could be brave and roll dead weight up to the 1 and try and hook him behind the 3, but you've got to trust your mouse. Oh dear, what a result there, eh? Well done to Simax using the handicap. Oh, Stubb will be fuming, and here he's in for a rant, straight into the room. He slopped 4 games. Oh, last legs for that 1 ball there. Now, I think let's a wee look. Oh, he's got a slightish angle, not a great deal to work with. He's just got to make sure he's got a decent line on the 4 ball though. And that'll allow him to roll straight through. Oh, has he overcooked it? He's overcooked it, Larry. He's in trouble. He's going to have to dig out a pot now. And he's controlled it well. Now, the 8 ball will go comfortably as long as you're like this on it. And he should be like this on it, because all he has to do is roll through, and whether he goes to the short rail at the bottom and goes to the side rail, he'll be pretty good on this 8. That's comfortable. Oh, welcome back to Run Out Rob. Maybe you were here earlier, I didn't notice. There's that line of balls almost again for about the 3rd time tonight. Except the 8 ball got a nudge this time. So that pattern seems to be rearing its ugly head tonight again. Well done to Travelling TT, a final rack decider against Preacher. Very rarely. If you're interested, he's uploaded a new video on his YouTube channel. It's always him playing the offline game. So Larry on the hill. Now, we need to look at this 5 ball, don't we? Well, clearly the 5 ball wasn't good, so Larry's had a bump to try and get it out. He might. I thought he might have had enough to try and play the bank, but he'll take that as a good outcome. That was well played. He's got Eddie in a hole here because he ain't jumping that, I don't think. He might just do that to prove me wrong. Oh yes, he is. That was well played. Well, now he can duck away if he's brave enough. The only thing is that Larry will probably do something similar if he has enough room to play the jump shot. Oh, this will pot. It's tight, but it will pot. Oh, he's gone top end. That was a big ask. So here we go. Fast Eddie with the opportunity to take this all the way. Well, he couldn't be any better in this 7 ball. Maybe he's just a wee bit close to the cushion, to be honest with you, but he should be good to stun up the table here for this 8 ball. You've got to jack up a wee bit and get the stun. Now, well, it's going to have to run, and it's got there just. Well, here we are. Final rack decider. Pretty much, if this 9 ball goes in. Oh, commentator's curse. Oh dear. So Larry has been reprieved. This for the match. And in it goes. And Eddie had his chance but blew it in the 9. So Larry survives with a 4-2 win. So now we need to see whether Stubbs going to survive in the 1-loss side. Where is he? There he's there. Well, he's going to have a wee while to wait because we've got Chimpy just about to start with Camden. And the winner of that will then play Larry, and then the winner of that will then play Stubbs. So there's not a lot going to be happening there for a little while. Up top, we've got Travelling TT just started with Tam. On the winner's side, we've got Sergeresh just about to start with Coldest Pillow. And of course, Simanx is lying in wait for the winner of that one. So in that case, then we might as well get in here to this Chimpy Camden match then. And Camden is getting 7 and out. Is he going to be good enough to get the use of that though? And this is going to be hooked. Too much juice in it, I'm afraid. Well, that's a good outcome. And of course, at this stage in the rack, Chimpy's got to be ultra careful. When your opponent's getting 7 and out, you just don't want to be giving him a gift. Now, will that 5 ball bag, and maybe the 7 balls in the way? Yes, it is. Well, I think you've got to look at the fact that it's only a race to 4. 7 and out is still a good enough handicap. He won't get the use of it now in this rack. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, needless to say, I would ask you the same thing. Why the hell do you come up with a name like Taoist Nomad? What does that mean? Is that a film or something? Well, you should know by now, my name was a prophecy of things to come. I didn't know it at the time, but I know it now. When I first went to Virtual Pool 3, my name was Too Old to Play. Number 2 old, number 2 play, and it lasted for about a fortnight, and then I decided to change it, and I've never changed it since. And it was a prophetic name change. I've had it for what, the best part of 20 years now, almost. Well, let me think back. When did VP3 come out? I can't remember, but anyway, I've had it all that time. Yeah, good night, Eddie. And little did I know that 9ball.com would end up working in .com. And come April next year, I will be 10 years. I'll be celebrating my 10th anniversary. That's if I live till then. And being a Scot and 59 years old, there's never a guarantee that's going to happen. Well, I think Stubb is unloved. I think that's his problem. I think we all need to show him a lot more love and attention. Well, this is no mistake time for Chimpy. We're down pretty much to Camden's money balls. Oh, here we go. Here he comes again. I'm sure that I could go onto Google, and I can guarantee I could do a search for a love letter and just send it to him on Facebook. I might do that tomorrow if I've got nothing else to do. Missile switched, turned on, Stubbs back. Well, one apiece. Oh, and the mistakes are happening. He forgot to turn a few switches on. that's why he's in the one loss side. Yeah, he misfired in that match against Simanx. Well, Camden just needs to get a shot half decent on this 7 ball. I don't think this is going to be it. Well, the bank is on, but it's not going to double bank. And this is ugly, this position. Oh, he's got it in, that was well done. One thing about that kick is that at the moment, the stuff that you have available to you in kick is pretty limited. They may well expand that because it's still running through a beta phase at the moment. They may well be thinking about adding stuff to it, although I've never found a sort of information page. Mind you, I haven't really looked either, but I haven't really found like a roadmap of what they're trying to do on kick. I mean, like, there's no way to organise your videos. You can go in and delete them if you want, but you know, if you compare it to YouTube, it's very sparse at the moment. But like I say, you know, for something that's just new, you've got to give it time. The question is whether it will survive, whether it's going to get enough people moving over to it or using it as an outlet when they're live streaming. I mean, if anything, it's good for the hot tub section. I mean, even if you just want to pass the time for an hour, there's some cute looking ladies on it. And I've got nothing against that, although obviously in today's politically correct society, the idea of some cute looking girl sitting there in a bikini chatting, a lot of the feminists out there won't be happy at that, but if you're a hot-blooded male, it's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, I think it was November 2000 I got it. It was I saw it in Glasgow, and that's when I bought it. I'm sure it was November, but I didn't come online until 2001. So that's that's 22 years. And it was Virtual Pool Hot 2, and Virtual Pool Hall before all of that. Well, Chimpy now with a 3-1 lead. A ball in the break. They're all available. He should be out. It won't be from there though. And now it's the old danger territory again. Approaching these important money balls for Camden. Needless to say, Camden has to be careful if he doesn't get this 4-ball safe. Well, it isn't safe. It's still got to be potted. The 5-ball doesn't go into the side. Now what's the angle like? See, he's pretty straight because all he can do is kill it stone dead or draw back or go forward. If he goes forward, he's got nothing. Well, did he have a look at where the 5-ball was sitting before he played that for? I mean, what's he intended to do here? I can't work it out. Yeah, and amongst that was virtual snooker as well. Because it was a DOS game, wasn't it? Virtual snooker. What, single player in VP4? Yeah, when Virtual Pool came out, you know, internet was in its infancy, so it was at that time. I mean, I was on 56k modem at the time as well. And just think of how the internet has improved. You know, it's night and day compared to what it used to be like. Well, Chimpy's got the job done. A 4-1 win against Camden. Let's have a catch up here to see where we are. So now we've got Larry again against Chimpy. We've got Sergaresh and Coldest Pillow. And Coldest Pillow's going well tonight. He's 4-1 up at the moment. And looking good. At least the scoreboard's looking good. And again, these matches here can't progress. We've got Travelling TT and Tam. Let's get into that, because that is another one that could go all the way. Now, who am I going to jinx first in this room? Scratch match, no handicap. Well, he's just a bit too close to the rail for comfort here. So, it's just a big run forward and don't hook yourself. Don't hook yourself. He's hooked. Now, the old snooker safety here comes into play, where you just cut that 6-ball to the short rail over to the 7 and bring the cue ball over this side, but Tams went all out for it. Oh, he's getting second prize. Guess what I had for my lunch when I got home today? I had I had tatties, neeps and haggis. That's what I had. Yeah, I heard of that. Steve will tell you. He used to. I'll get him to tell you the next time he's on the stream if you're around. But Steve had. What was the name of that game that Steve had? Larry will know. Larry's probably the only one that'll actually know what I'm talking about. But Steve had an arcade game, a pool game. But needless to say, it died a death because nobody's interested in pool as a game or as a computer game or an arcade game. But I'm pretty certain Steve mentioned that he had an arcade game. You know, something that you stand in front of and actually play pool. What the hell was it called? Bang Up Pool or something. Is Larry in the stream? Where the hell's Larry when you need him? I'm sure it was called Bang Up Pool. In fact, I'm pretty certain it was something like that. And, well, that would have been... you said it was shit with Virtual Pool. Well, that would have been Interplay that would have been the publishers back then. So it was. And then, of course, there was all the carry on that Steve had to buy the rights back to his game off Interplay. Right, so now we've got Larry and Chimpy underway. Quick look across Sergresh. Oh, he's back in touch. He's won 2 in a row. It's 4-3 to Coldest Pillow, but we're going to head into this match. Larry's already up 1-0 according to that. And the winner of this is going to be playing Stub. I think if you actually Google Bang Up Pool, I think I did it before and I never found anything about it at all. I think I need to ask Steve the next time if I remember. But I'm pretty certain that's what it was called. But I mentioned in the stream the other night there. There was a video on YouTube, and this guy was playing Shooter's Pool, and he had a black mouse, a normal size mouse, which looked to be sort of perforated. It looked to be designed with holes on it, and on the back of the mouse, you know, the where the heel of your hand sits, it showed you him cutting out a hole on the back of the mouse and a hole at the front of the mouse, and he had measured it so that it was the width to fit a pool cue into. So the tip of the pool cue went into the back of the mouse. Obviously the cue was going across the top of the electronics on top of the printed circuit board, you know, the electronics of the mouse and the laser, and it was coming out the other end where the wire is. And it then showed you sliding the cue across the table to play a shot in Shooter's Pool, and it was a Japanese guy. It's on Facebook, probably posted on Shooter's Pool. I think it's on Shooter's Pool's page. I saw a pop-up for it, so I had a look at it, and all the text on it's Japanese. They've got all sorts of bloody people playing that game, by the way. 300 odd that day I went in when VP4 was down. 500 online, but 300 actually playing the game in the middle of the afternoon, which is what has got me totally bamboozled. And I'll tell you why. The one reason was such an amount, and I mentioned it the other week there, they had so many players from the Far East So, you know, Vietnamese, all sorts of Vietnamese names were on there. Loads of them, and where the hell are they in VP4? That's what you keep asking. So Larry's 2-0 up, and Larry's getting the 8 ball. I don't think it matters much that though. Now, he's going to come across, miss the 6 ball, play the 3 into the same corner. He's not going to try and do anything to play a 3-9 combo, I don't think. And now that 5 ball will go in. Oh aye, there's loads of, in fact, I think quite a lot of those guys from the Far East play in countries like Vietnam and that, you know, they won't have an awful lot of money, so they're just playing as what we call gratis players. But they've definitely, I mean, they've got the promotion working one way or another to have so many players online, and we struggle to get 40. Well, it's all looking good for Larry. I think he's got another ball in the break. He's sitting dead on the 1 ball, and this match is over. Everything goes. He's just got to drop into the gap for the 4 ball. Well, he's come around behind the 9 to make sure he wasn't messing with the 9 at all. I think he did say that. I think Steve did say that. Although I've not found it anywhere else other than on Steam. Good afternoon and good evening to Bill. And I think he had the idea that that was going to attract a lot of these players to come online, but any of them that you see online, they're gratis. So they are, for the most part. Well, Larry's leaving the almost bedhead cut on the 8 ball for the match. And Stubb has left the room in preparation. And Larry is going to be his opponent. So it's a 4-0 win for Larry. Early to bed for Chimpy tonight. Right, let's have a quick catch up and see how Coldest Pillow's doing against Sergeresh. Right. It's 5 apiece in that match, so it's threatening to go all the way. But we're going to stick on the 1 loss side. We've got Travelling TT underway with Eloquenti. Eloquenti 1-0 up. And we've now got Larry against Stubb, and Larry's getting the handicap again. It might be just lagging off, that's why we can't get in. I hope we don't have this carry on while we're underway. And Larry getting the 7 ball, which is very generous. Well, a good attempt at the jump. And Larry's got a fair shot at the bank on the 1 ball. The only thing he's not guaranteed is to have a good shot in the 2. The cue ball could run into something here, and he might be hooked. Well, he's come out clean, but he's come out too clean. He could have done with hitting something there just to stop the cue ball running away. But he's got an easy enough safety if he wants it. He might be going for the bank again here. He's going to have to make it though. I don't think it's set as a bank. Oh, he's nailed it. He's nailed it perfectly. Well, now it's a dead weight drop into the side pocket. This is tricky. He's played it well also. Can we have a bullshit count, please? That's one. It's only a race to 4, so there's not an awful lot of options for Stubb to set a record though. So Larry 1-0 up. And it's dry. And Stubb is going to have to jump. He's going to have to play a 2-4 combo. Bullshit number 2. Simon, I won what I needed to win, K. Now this is one of these tricky ones for Larry. If he's using the trackball mouse, this needs to come back for the 3 ball into the side. But he's controlled it well this time. Well, is this going to be a blitz whitewash for Larry here? Stubb will say he won't be playing in another one of these because of the handicap. You watch. If it goes the way it's looking like going. Oh, I don't know. Looks as if he's... It looks as if he's in his late 20s. Maybe early 30s. It's hard to tell. So Larry 2-0 up. Stubb might not be getting a shot here. Bullshit number 3. And Coldest Pillow has come through a battle with Sergeresh and wins it on the final rat decider. Well done. And Larry's buried Stubb, and Larry's going to, Stubb's going to have the big all guns blazing blast, and the 9's gone in. How about that? Oh, you just can't write the script to it, can you? You cannot write the script. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Stubbs going hell for leather with the full blast, and he's got lucky again. Mind you, Larry's got plenty of... Oh, tell a lie, he's fouled at his ball in hand. I never noticed that. But he's been that lucky again, he's left Larry no shot. How jammy can Stubb get? Oh, don't mention food for God's sake. Especially if it's a Chinese or something like that. Oh, Larry can play the 1-8 combo for 3-0 here. Oh, tell a lie, he's only getting the 7 ball. I'm getting excited. Well, everything's there. Well, it looks too easy, this. Now, is that bullshit number 4? I think it is. Yeah, that's what that is. That's bullshit number 4. Let's set him a target of 6. We'll give him a target of 6 bullshits. He's got 4 so far. It'll be bullshit after this win here by Larry. Larry, 1 away. Now, is that the 8 ball and the 4 ball? I think it was the 8 that went in. And he's got no shot in the 1. Only see a partial part of the 1. I get women calling my phone, I'll have to leave. Oh, a chicken kebab thing. Oh, I would eat that as well. I've never bought a kebab, but I would eat it. Now, what's Stubb looking at here? God knows what he's trying. Yeah, he's played the cut onto the 2. That was excellent. No, I've never bought a kebab. No, I haven't. Never. I mean, I do order stuff from the local Indian, but I get what is it I normally get? I normally get a large burger meal. They do great burgers, by the way. You know, proper big burgers done on the griddle thing. You know, charcoal, and they're beautiful tasting. That's what I normally get. I normally get a burger with fries, and then you get a can of Pepsi with that. Then I also get onion rings as a side order with it. That's usually what I get. I don't get any of the Indian stuff. I've never really been a lover of you know, tikka masalas and stuff. I'll eat one. If somebody sat a chicken tikka masala in front of me, I'd eat it no problem. I've had plenty of them, but I've always been Chinese for 40 odd years. And that is Stubbs' last shot in this week's Friday Night 9-ball. Thank you and good night. What did Larry type there? Because I can't read it. You got nothing. I'll tell you also, the local Indian does great fish and chips. You know, because everything you get is fresh. You know, it's not like you get into a chip shop, and if you order a fish supper, very often the fish is sitting there. You know, it's been maybe made an hour or 2 hours ago. But any time I order something like that from the local Indian, then they're making it on the spot. So when you get it, it's lovely and fresh. Yeah, they do a nice cod and chips. You get 2 good pieces of cod. So well done to Larry, a 4-1 win. A good rant from from Stubb in the lobby is imminent. Sorry, I couldn't stay. You've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to laugh. Right, so Larry's now through, and Larry's can go and have a coffee break because Travelling TT and Eloquenti are 2 apiece. And on the winner's side, we've got the hot seat match between Coldest Pillow and Simanx. So let's get in there. And Simanx is getting the 7 ball. having to kick. So Larry's on the one-loss side, but Larry's the favourite for the tournament now, even though he's on the one-loss side. I'm going to put the pressure on him and say he's the favourite. I'll tell you the only thing I don't like about my local Indian is that if you get a burger, I made the mistake one week of getting my burger meal but getting it with cheese, right? Now, clearly the local Indian takeaway hasn't quite got the concept of what cheese should be on a burger, because they put mozzarella cheese on everything. And of course, if you've ever had mozzarella cheese in a pizza, that's fine. Mozzarella cheese is stringy. You know, you take a bite and you end up with a big long strand of mozzarella. Well, that's what you get on a burger when you get it out of my local Indian. You get they stick mozzarella cheese on it, and you don't want mozzarella cheese anywhere near a burger. You know, you want a good strong bit of cheddar or something on it, but you know, not mozzarella. And that's what they. And of course, I never made that mistake again. Yes, I'm trying to jinx you, Larry. I'm putting the pressure on you. You're the hot favourite. Well, Coldest Pillow's 2-0 up. But 3 ball is well and truly dead where it's sitting. If you could do some, even if you did some heroics with the cue ball, the 3 ball doesn't go up past the 7 and the 2 either, anyway. You should pop into World Champion Black Ball match. You show the guys you're interested. What match is that? Has somebody arranged a match tonight? Because there was only what was on the schedule when I checked earlier on. Hang on. Where are we? Right, that's the matches that have been left, which are on next week. What, is this a one-loss side match? Who the hell's playing then? Am I misinterpreting what Popman's saying? Oh, Houdini and Christian are playing. No, I don't think I want to watch that. With the best of respect to both players, I don't think it'll be very exciting. No, I'm going to stay well out of that. I would only start ranting. You know what I'm like. I would just start ranting at the stuff they're doing. You know, that's why I like to stay away from those kind of matches, because I'm just going to end up ranting. You know what I'm like. Yeah, we'll leave them to go on with it. Good luck to both of them. Well, meanwhile, Coldest Pillow. Now, the little billiard is on. There we go. And this is just a gentle roll. Oh, he's overdone it. He's overdone it. And Simanx is going to get off the mark. This is his money ball. That's what you don't want to do, is make the mistake in the money ball. And Eloquenti has taken out Travelling TT. 4 racks to 2. Oh, I meant to say, did Stubb go quietly in the end? Oh, he just said he had to leave, he had to go and see some women. That's all he said. Yeah, you know, Houdini and Christian aren't exactly box office. You know, what was that match I was watching the other day, and I started ranting in that one. I can't remember who it was. You know, players just not thinking about what they're doing, it just gets on my nerves, so it does. And there's no excuse for it. You know, players just not actually thinking, they're not going through the process of what they're doing. And you're hoping players are trying to get better, but you know, if they don't do the basic thing, which is think about what you're doing, you ain't getting anywhere. And that just sets me off in a proper rant every time. Well, Coldest Pillow has the early lead, 3 racks to 1. But 7 ball is still a dangerous handicap to be given, especially when you're potting balls and then you can't get the job done. So nice angle in the 3 ball, always going to be on the 4. And I know what I'm doing here. And it isn't that. I mean, the 5 goes, but I would always be coming around and out into the table. And he's going to fluke it as well. He's his jammiest stub. Oh dear. Well, that deserves a bullshit. That definitely does. My chat from YouTube stopped showing on Restream. Oh, well, it's a YouTube Restream issue. I don't know why it does that. Obviously it loses connection or something in the signal. There's that pattern again for the 4th time tonight. You're all witnessed this. You've all witnessed this. You've got the 2 balls. None of this happened last week, but we've had 4 instances tonight with the 2 balls and the 1 slightly isolated. Mind you, the 2 balls aren't stuck together this time, but that's 4 times too many. Well, they're both of them are in the UK. Coldest Pillow with the Welsh flag. So I mean, it's 9:15 my time. It's not that late. It's late for me, but it's not that late for them. Mind you, if they're the same as me and having to get up early on a Saturday morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, then it is late, and we should be in bed. Right, good night, Travelling TT. Thanks for joining. Well, it's working for him. It's worked for him tonight so far. Oh. And if you're seeing the ball well and stroking well and getting them into the centre of the pockets, then don't try and fix something that ain't broke. Just hope you can sustain it for the rest of the tournament, and then do something like that. So Simanx has just been allowed to stay in this. And he did that, of course, in the 7 ball as well in that earlier rack. And Simanx says, oh God, I thought that was dying a death on the edge of the pocket there. And it's very last breath it just fell in. Well, cue ball's gone. So it looks like Coldest Pillow's looking for the 1 ball and then a little dink out for the 2. That's the plan. The 2-9 combo. Oh, he just barely got there. He just barely got there. I think he's good. Yeah. Well, he's quickly redeemed himself. Well, chose the push out option. Well, just send it up towards, you know, up in the direction of the 9 ball on the middle diamond or something like that. Leave a tempter cut from a distance. But if you're going to play a push out, there's the worst push out of the night there, folks. Coldest Pillow wins the prize for the worst push out of the night. At least he's won something, because that was awful. There's no other way to describe that. It was bloody terrible. You know, you want to play that up the table, somewhere like the middle diamond and that top rail there near the 9 ball, and leave a shot that's there as a tempter, but you might get put back in. Watch the cue ball. Oh, Simax is blasting them in. Can he blast another one in? Because all he needs is a good 6 ball. He needs to hold the cue ball though. Doesn't want to start running it loose. And he's playing it pocket weight. And this to sort of get back in touch. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, he might get another bite at the cherry in a minute here. Oh, it's going to track nice. Well, Simax had his chance. Could have been back within 2, but it's now a 2-rack swing. Coldest Pillow breaking to get into tonight's final. Looks, I think, dry. Now, can you bank this up the table and keep the cue ball there? No, I don't think you can. You probably end up scratching. Now, I think the 4 ball still goes. Yeah. That needs to keep running. It needs to keep going. Well, this is 2 rails back across to the same side for the cut and the 4. So you've got to judge the pace. And this looks a good ball. He's overcut the 3 though. And Simax is getting his chance. Now you might want to just stop the cue ball right there and take what he's got, but no, he'll never learn. He'll never learn. You know, take your medicine, take what you've got. You're guaranteed at least a shot in the 4, and he's drawn the cue ball into no man's land with no shot. Stuff like that is the stuff that bugs me. Players doing something like that, which was much more difficult, rather than just stopping the cue ball stone dead and playing the cut. So Coldest Pillow, that needs to bounce. It could have done with bouncing out a bit more. Now again, just got to hold the cue ball. And that was well done. That was well controlled. So all is good. Now this one, you do a little dig in off the side rail, back across past the 9 ball, and that's perfect. Keep going. Well, he's mucked up a couple of outs in this match that gave Simax his 2 racks basically, but not this time. So well done to Coldest Pillow. Through to tonight's Friday night 9 ball final. Simax has had a good run and may well have come out, or more or less maybe broke even, I think. Let's have a look. What does Simax get for that? Well, that was a hot seat match, so wasn't it? So Simax is in the semi-final. He's definitely going to come out with a profit. What am I talking about? He's already guaranteed 260, so he'll be well pleased. So Coldest Pillow can go and have a coffee until things are resolved over this side. So now we have to go in. Oh, we might just catch the end of this. It's 3 apiece, or it might be all over. I think it. Yeah, 3 apiece. Final rack decider between Eloquenti and Sergresh. Let's have a quick reminder where they're from. Sergresh, Belarus, Eloquenti, Croatia. So it's an Eastern Europe battle. Oh, that cue ball. Not the cue ball, the 2 ball. It's just sneaked away in behind the 7. Well, he ain't getting to that. There is a line to get to it though. There is a line to get it through the gap. It will go. I mean, I don't know whether the side pocket's in the way. Maybe it was. It might have been in the line, that side pocket, to get to that gap. So Larry is waiting on the outcome of this match. It won't be long. Now we've just got to work out what handicap Simax is going to be getting against Larry if Larry comes through, but Larry's still got to deal with either Sergresh or Eloquenti in a minute or two. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, well, it's looking very much like Sergresh now. Eloquenti was getting last 2, but he ain't getting that. At least not at the moment, he's not. Right, so this is just a bit straight, but I mean he's got to come into the table and leave the shot in the 9 that way rather than getting in behind it in the short end. So just a roll in for the match. So Larry now plays Sergresh. This might be a scratch match between Larry and Sergresh. I think. I don't think there's much between them in the ratings. So room is already up. We're in. Sergresh on the right hand side, and it's looking fairly even. Sergresh has won it though, and it is scratch, just as I thought it was. What a much is in it? What, like Larry's in 2191. Sorry, Sergresh 2191. Larry in what, 7 point? Well, I can't count. 9 points, 15 points between them. And there's that pattern for the 5th time, by the way. Just to point out, the pattern is there 5 times tonight. We've seen that. 2 balls and 1 slightly more isolated. And we had none for the last couple of weeks. It's strange that, isn't it? And goodness knows how many have gone on all the other matches tonight, but certainly 5 that I've witnessed. This has got to, well, it's got to finish. Well, I was going to say anything but straight, and in actual fact, let's have a look at this. Oh, hit the right button for God's sake. Hang on a minute. Because the 6 does go. Could have done with going back another few inches. How straight is that? Well, there is a slight angle he can pinch. Yeah, and he's not really getting into that. That needed a wee bit of draw. The only danger was a scratch in the side pocket doing that, though. That was probably the safest way, but he left himself the awkward shot in the 9, though, and he's gifted it to Larry. Done all the hard work. And Larry likes racks like these. Yeah, Stubbs out. He had to go and see a woman, apparently. That was his excuse. So it's all quiet now. We won't get any more trouble from Stubb. He's been sent packing. And Larry took care of him. On the little jump 1-8 combo. Well, here we go again. Is this deja vu? Is Sergeresh going to do all the hard work here and not get the job done? Well, this isn't exactly, you know, I mean, it couldn't be much simpler. Let's put it that way. It's not an IQ test, this, but let's be honest. If you muck this up, you really are a bit of a numpty. He's gone inside the 7, which is perfect, just to stun out onto this 9 ball. You know, the further you stun out, the simpler the 9 ball. Yeah, he's going to see some women. He's probably standing in a shop doorway looking in a window. So anyway, this time Sergeresh did get the job done. And he breaks off in rack number 3 with a couple of balls in the break. The 2 and the 6 have gone. And he's playing the... Oh, well, he was trying to play the gentle combo there, but he didn't give it the legs. Now that 7 ball can be got at. It can be got at. Plenty of room to get there. And this is just a little dink back. But Larry's he's not dinked it back far enough. He should have been here. He's a foot short of where he should have been there. And it's the bedhead cut from a distance. And that's fine. It's all simple now, just to roll in. The 2-1 lead. And Simanx lies in wait in that semi-final match for the winner of this one. Two balls going in. It's going to be a 1-4 combo. Now, he must have something on this one ball to get back up table for that 3. Well, that'll work. It's a perfect angle to get up the table. It's a race to 11, isn't it, that match? He's missed the bump on the 9 and perfect on the 3. It's going to be a long 5 ball though, because I think if he went forward he's going to run into that 8 ball, so he's going to leave this 5 ball long. Now, what's the line like in this 6? That's fine. Just go to the railing out. Well, this 9 ball should more than likely be played into the side pocket on the right hand side. He's looking around, but you know, he doesn't need to do anything major with the cue ball. But if he just cuts the 8 and comes down table, he'll have at least the 9 in the side, like that. So, Larry now breaking for the match. Oh, good evening to One Pocket Slim. Oh, you missed Stubb getting knocked out. Larry dealt with the little problem that we had. Stubb's gone home. But Stubb had a good win earlier on against Fast Eddie in the Black Ball. He blew Fast Eddie away, 13 racks to 3, I think it was. And we've got a match on at the moment. Houdini and Krishna, I think, are about to finish off in their 1-loss side match. So we have Coldest Pillow in tonight's Friday night 9-ball final. He's having a lie down. We've got Simanx through to the semi-final and waiting on the winner of this match. That's where we've got to, and it is 9:38 or 39 at the moment. You know, Eddie was certainly slow out the starting blocks, and he never really got into it. Made a number of shot choice errors, in my opinion. Well, this isn't going to be good. This ain't going to be good, Sir Gresh. Well, the bailout with the jump stick. Now, can he keep this cue ball on the table though? Oh well, he certainly could do that. It did everything but go into the pocket. So Larry now, to seal the deal, he's got to get the cue ball out of there though, and that's not always a certainty that it's going to come out nice. I mean, he could use the rail He could use the short rail and run around, but he's fine, he's got it controlled. I think he's the wrong side of the 4 though. Now he can do this with a wee bit of... he's just trying to get into the gap though. Rather than trying to do anything crazy, just get into the gap. So you would, at the risk of jinxing Larry here, this should be all over and done with. Surprisingly slim. The guys will tell you, them that watched it, Stubbs' connection was perfect. There was no problem whatsoever. Isn't it amazing? Everything was going good for him. He was having a comfortable match and his connection was perfect. Would you credit it? You know? It's just amazing how fickle his internet connection is. I don't understand it. It's just incredible. Well, Larry did his best to muck it up. He's got away with it. So Larry goes through. And Sergaresh, well, probably still comes out with a profit more or less. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, Sergaresh comes out with a slender profit. So you can never complain about that. So Larry now through to play Simanx, and Simanx will be getting maybe, I don't know, he might be getting last 2, he might be getting a 7 ball, it's hard to tell, and we won't hang about. Well, the good thing with Spectre Dawn not being here tonight is that, because Spectre Dawn likes to hang off before he goes into the room, at least we'll get the matches starting on time. No messing about and hanging about. I want to get to bed here, folks. And in actual fact, Simanx is getting a 6 ball, which is even more dangerous. Simanx won the lag, broke off, has come up dry. Larry's got no shot. And, you know, even if he jumps this, he ain't potting it anywhere unless he cuts it into the side. So, probably a push out. Up onto the short rail up top. Leave it in the middle of the table. And it might get put back in. The tempter's there for the pot. It's a question of whether Simanx wants to take it on. He's had a blast trying to bang the 6 ball in. Is that match finished yet, that black ball match? I don't think it has. I think it's still going on. It looks like it. Oh, the great escape for Houdini, is it? He's on the hill. Well, Larry with the 1-9 combo attempt. Oh, look at this. Larry's just as jammy as Stubb. Well, here's the old blast here. Oh, that was a more controlled blast. Not a bad result. Larry will still go for the cut. Problem for Larry here is that unless he spins this cue ball over to the right, which I think what he's trying to do, he's not going to see the 2 ball. And he wouldn't have been able to see it either had he got that one. Simanx got the same problem. and he's held it well. Well, how many times do I say this? They're all there. You've only got to get to the 6 ball, so you do everything sensible. Got to get the cue ball out into the table. Well, this is the drawback. He's overcooked it. That's a sort of safe VP4 way of doing it, but he should be home and dry here for first blood. Well, I'm barely holding it together here. I've hit the sleep wall big time. If I get through, it will take me like 10-15 minutes to get through this. So that's not going to get to a rail, is it? Oh, Larry, the old trackball mouse letting him down again. Always tends to happen in those delicate little shots. And Simanx, well, again, this is just a little delicate cut in the two to get the cue ball out, and that's just a bit undelicate, but he's still on it. The 4 ball goes no problem. Oh, well, I wouldn't want to be there on it. Let's just say that. This could have been better. And when you end up doing things like that, you sooner or later you're going to run out of shots. So Larry's been reprieved. Oh, I think he's okay just, but he's dead straight. And the 6 ball goes the other side, oh, so no problem in just killing it. Got to make sure he comes back far enough. Doesn't want to leave. Oh well, the big stun draw. And again, when you stun draw them offline at that pace, they just don't go in. If they hit the jaw, they ain't going in. And a complete gift here. Big swing there, all square, but no, it's going to be 2-0 to Simanx. Well, it should be. Problem with race to 4 is you don't get a chance to blink. Well, Larry's on the rack here. And it's dry. And this table, well, this is just, again, join the dots, isn't it? Well, he's slightly the wrong side of the two. In fact, he's more than slightly the wrong side. And that 6 ball just gets in the way. But he's played the right shot. Played it long up into the corner. Well done to Houdini. And he's just got there on the 4. Oh dear, didn't want that though. It still cuts. Watch the side pocket though. Watch that right side pocket. Well, he's played the cut and got the drag into the cue ball to avoid the scratch, but it's the bank for 3-0 or the long cut for 3-0. I think Brainflout's got to fancy his chances in that match. And so, Larry battling to survive here. Oh, is it 3-0? What the hell's happening? What have I missed? Did I say it was the wrong person at the table? Yeah, well, you know what time of night it is. The brain's half shut down. I'm always going to make mistakes at this time of night. Oh, a very big yawn there. But Larry is off the map. And he's got a couple of balls. Oh, now that little nudge by the 5 ball on that 1 ball. Now this needs a little stun just to get past the 8. Oh, and that's what's done him. Oh, and he's fluked to 1 as well. He's just as bad as Stubb. That's another big fluke for Larry. And he's going to do it the dirty way tonight, Larry. Oh, this isn't done yet because the 6 ball I don't think's any good. No, it ain't going. Now what does he do? I think that's a pretty good idea. Thing is, if Simanx doesn't hit this, you know, Larry will have ball in hand, but Larry's got to do something with ball in hand to nudge this 6 and 9. It's absolutely no good. It ain't doing anything here. So this is the make or break shot with ball in hand. He's and again getting a hit on it. He's got to get a lucky roll. It's got to come up good. So let's see what he's doing here. Right, so he's spinning to the rail, trying to either hit the 9. Doesn't want to miss them completely, and it could have finished a lot better than this. The pressure's on, and this, of course, is Simanx's money ball. And what Larry doesn't want to do is hang it up. Yes, you are allowed to foul on purchase. In fact, a lot of players don't play that often enough. I mean, the deliberate foul is tying a ball up. If you don't think you can get a kick on a ball, then roll another ball onto one to at least make it difficult for the opponent with ball in hand to try and run out. That's very often when you'll see the deliberate foul getting played in 9 ball. So straight roll in the 9, 2 apiece. I didn't hear anything draw. 1 ball is on. It's going to be a long 2 ball, unless he gets down for it into the side. Well, This is not pretty. It's getting uglier and uglier. Got to watch. I mean, if he's cutting this up table and he's coming across, he's got to watch that right side pocket. He's avoided that. Oh, and I think he's had a nice roll of the ball there. Larry will be out with the jump stick. Needs a bit of luck in how he collides with this 4 ball. He'll take that though. Oh no, he's going to be slightly hampered. Just a wee bit. Now, can he just go forward and back into the table, or is he drawing back? Looks as if he's drawing back. Well, he's played the stun to the side rail. Now this, again, he's got to avoid going near the 8 and 9. He has to do everything to avoid them. So as long as he thinks he's got a clear path, he can go like 2-3 rails here. He could go like 2 rails. Well, what's he doing? Yeah, well, that was the problem. The problem was running into the 8. He's got a tough 7 ball. The one good thing for Larry is that Simank's money ball's gone. So he's going to have to get all 3 of these if he does get back to the table. But, well, the standard shot here is draw into this 8 ball and come across the table right side, avoiding the scratch. And Larry's avoided the scratch. Needs to slow up, and he's fine, and he'll break for the match. Oh, it wiped its feet. It's gone in though. Eight ball goes in. No, you might be actually staring down the barrel in this 1 ball. Almost. And he'll be heading in the right direction for the 2. Well, it was a sort of it was an attempted pot come safety, wasn't it? He'll take that. So Larry gets his reward. So 1 ball not a problem. Out for the 2 ball, needs a decent angle in the 2, which he's got. So this is just let that cue ball run out. That's all you're doing here. Now again, looking at this 3, you can go forward with a bit of right so that you're not going near the corner, you're just trying to come up the table, and that's perfect. Again, needs an angle, doesn't want to be straight. Well, he's got enough to fizz it around and out. He's coming back the way though, same way, it depends what you're happy with. The only danger with going forward would be going forward and running into the 9. But he's good, he took the alternate route. Now, didn't want to do that, but he's okay. Anytime you run into a ball, even though there's so few balls on the table, you can always push it to the rail stone dead. So this is go through, back out, and it's Larry through to the final. From 2-0 down it was, wasn't it? Well done to Simanx. He's come out with a reasonable profit. Simanx wins, what's that, $260 V, so that's a profitable evening for him. He should be happy with that. So we have a final, and it's a final between Coldest Pillow and Larry for this week's Friday Night 9 Ball. Race to 9. We'll get ourselves straight in. I'm sure both players are keen to go. They know I certainly am. Well, you did well, Simanx, because you've made a profit, and that's your main goal in the tournament, is to come out with more money than you had when you went in. Well, this is Coldest Pillow looking like a dead lag here for him. And it's scratch. No handicap. Race to 9. Coldest Pillow break certainly gives him a ball, but no shot. Now, got to be careful with this push out here. Now, Larry could either put him back in, or he could try and get nasty here, Larry. It's a tricky shot, but he could try and get nasty. He's not doing it though. He could have tried to kick into the one and try to just leave the cue ball behind the 8 there. It would be tricky to execute it. Yeah, that was interesting. The stub match. That really annoyed him. I think we all get pleasure out of seeing Stub getting stuffed. Larry getting nasty. 5 ball isn't going anywhere, so why? Oh, it's, don't tell me Real Poland Power 2, 3 and 4 have arrived, have they? Oh aye, there they are. Oh well, we should all pile into that room then. Aye. I'm sure the 5 ball doesn't go. No, it definitely doesn't. So we're just gone past 10 PM, what we're about 2-3 minutes past, so the tournament's been on 3 hours, which is not bad for a full field. And Larry trying to get nasty again. Now that's changed things slightly with the 5 ball now being in play. Well, Larry's going to get nasty again here. I don't think he's going to. Is he going to be taking the bank on, or is he going to try and bury Coldest Pillow? It looks as if he might be warming up for the bank here, trying to get out. I mean, if he gets it, no, he's gone for the cut. I thought he was going for the bank. Thin cut it in, and he's good to go. I've noticed earlier today there was another one of these sort of homophobic rooms with 2 gratis players in it. I can't remember the name of the room. Oh dear. Oh Larry, I think Larry's showing the old signs of wear and tear. 3 hours in the tournament. And he's done one of them. Absolutely nowhere in the 8 ball because of it. And Coldest Pillow is going to have to just drop this into the side. Back into the table far enough. Well, that's the first mistake by Larry, and it should be costing him the rack. And that was almost overcut. Just almost. And Coldest Pillows came up dry. I don't know whether that one is on, is it? Oh yes it is. Most certainly it is. 3 ball is accessible as well. So Larry's always expecting to get out here. Probably going to play the 4 into the side, into the top left hand corner, same as the 3 ball. Oh dear. Well, Larry's going downhill fast. And he was trying to hold on the spot there for the 3 ball, but he's forgotten about the 2. Oh dear. And Coldest Pillows at it as well. I think we're all going downhill rapidly here. I think the durability is questionable here in both players. And it's a disease. Larry's got it again. Oh, that's definitely nasty. How do you like them apples, Larry? Get out of that. I think he's that tight to the 9 ball. Yep, he is absolutely nailed to the 9 ball. Oh, he's got the hit. Oh, Larry, I'll tell you something. He's going to be complaining he can't see enough of the 3 ball, isn't he? We've seen Larry getting a rub of the green tonight, and he has actually got the 3 ball. What a shot that was! Well, is he going to hold it together for the rest of these balls? I know if it was me, I'd be completely down and out. I'm literally gone at the moment. Well, I think what I'll do at the moment is I've got a few people's attentions. We'll give that to Larry. Let me just bring up this just as a quick reminder. Now, unless something changes, the next live stream I'll be doing will be the match with LS3 and Semi-Pro, which is next Sunday. Now, unless something obviously happens in between times, like a 3 cushion match, I won't be available for the Cobra Linus match. It'll be almost over by the time I get home on Tuesday, because it's early in the morning when it starts. So the next match scheduled on the Black Ball isn't until next Sunday night at 7 PM, which should be a cracker between LS3 and Semi-Pro. LS3 still in the glow of victory after that good win against Cobra. So that's one certainly to look forward to. Meanwhile, back to the action, one apiece. My store for apparel on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now. If you look at the menus, you'll see the tab. But like I said earlier tonight, if anybody has their own logo, you know, that it's a good quality PNG image, that's going to scratch. If they have a good logo and they want to get their own, you know, baseball hat or a coaster or a t-shirt or a hoodie or anything, I've got loads of stuff on there, even something for the kid. You know, if you've just had a little baby, you can get something for the kid. Then send me your logo, and I can get it put onto the store for a short time if you wanted to order something for Christmas. You know, if you want your own cap with your own logo on it or whatever, then I'll add it to it. But anyway, Coldest Pillow goes into the lead. When the 9 balls get in, that will come back up. He'll have a shot in the 1. Now this can't leak away too far up the table. It'll be blocked out by the 3. I think he's good though. Or is he? Yes, just. Oh dear. I think he's blocked himself out, has he? Yep. Well, there's I don't know whether I don't think he can get enough of the 5 to play a bank, a crossover bank. They're just trying to leave it awkward. Now is Larry going to take the bait? Yeah. Oh, he's going to get jammy again, Larry. Oh, I think this is getting a bit ridiculous now. The stuff Larry's getting away with here, and that's not quite as good. On Coldest Pillow, Larry's going to have a good go at this one. Well, this is not quite as simple as it looks. Got to control the cue ball on a half decent line just to have the shot in the 7, and that's why he missed the 6. He may well have had more than likely a wee bit of left English on that cue ball there, and that it always makes the shot look a worse shot than it is, the actual miss. But the difficulty there was just holding onto the cue ball to keep it on a line that would get you on the 7 decent. Well, no problem hitting the 6. In fact, that was a good guide for cutting the 6. That was well played. And this is just going to be a straight roll in, I think. Just let the cue ball run out. We're back all square. Long way to go, especially when you're in my condition and want to get to bed. It's 10:15. Race to 9. The ball has gone in, and got a shot in the one, no problem getting up the table. Well, cue ball's doing a bit of travelling. Oh, he doesn't want to go right onto the rail. Well, let's have a look. You can still cut it. Now, he wants to be able to play the 7 ball where he's not running into the 9. I think he's good as far as that goes. Even if he draws and just catches the 9, I think he should still be fine. No, he's perfectly clean. Now, is Larry going to be able to build on his lead? Well, he's got a couple of, in fact, 3 balls have gone in. Oh, but the 5 ball, oh no, it hasn't. And that 1 ball goes into the side. And this is the rack ball. Well, he's caught the 8. Oh, again, Larry gets that lucky rub of the green there. That just bumped and nudged and killed the 1 ball. Oh, that'll work though. That was excellent from Coldest Pillow. That was very nice. Didn't bat an eyelid, just kicked the thing into the side pocket. Well, knowing my luck, this is going to go all the way to a final rack. So we are back all square again. 2 ball has gone in. And that 1 ball just squeezed past the 6. Now, is it going to go above it? Yes, it is, and that's pretty good. It just needs to slow up or keep going, one of the two, but not finish there. Now it's a wee bit testy. Because when you're out of line, you only get even more out of line. And it gets even more testy. Stuck to the rail as well with the cue ball, so there's not an awful lot you can do. Oh, that's a great effort. That was excellent. Well, Coldest Pillow is meaning business tonight, no doubt about that. And that's the little stumbling block. Whenever you get there, you're running out of shots. Everything's difficult. You can only play recovery shots for so long. You're going to eventually run out of them. But this is no gimme. This is really awkward. He's right in the corner pocket. It did everything but scratch that cue ball. But that is a good reply from Larry. Very solid shot. Larry jumps into the lead again. Back to square one, just trying to get that gap to apply the pressure. But I think he's come up right. Oh no, that 3 ball just nudged the 9. I was going to say a possible 1-9 combo here, maybe not so much now. Oh, now that's all gone pear-shaped, because I think Coldest Pillows had a brain fart there. Was he trying to edge the 1? I think he was trying to thin cut the 1, missed it completely, missed it completely, and well, his lifesaver might be the fact the 2 ball's tied up. Larry's trying to get a nudge, didn't get there. In fact, he might have got himself in trouble here. Simax, what are you going to buy yourself for Christmas? buy somebody a fail t-shirt. It should be very popular around exam time. Anybody you know that's taking exams, buy them a fail t-shirt so they can wear it while they're sitting their exam. Wouldn't do any harm if he bumps the 9. He's missed that. But the little bump in the 6 ball has actually created a problem, because he was hoping to miss it so he could get the 4 on the side. He might, well, looking at that, this is a thin cut. Oh, he actually almost got it, just caught the knuckle. But you know, you cannot sustain miracle shots to survive at the table. It just won't happen. Well, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes for these guys now, so understandable wear and tear and fatigue setting in. I know it is for me, and I'm not even playing in the damn thing. Well, dare I speak too soon? Again, where the 8 ball is not the issue. It's where the 9 ball is that's the issue here. Because the way Larry's on this 7 ball, he's coming back across the table to the obvious line where the 9 ball could interfere with this shot in the 8 ball, and he's well away from it, because that was always in the back of your mind playing that shot. So now it should just be a little stunt. Oh, he's not. Well, you see, if he'd stunned that, he would have been straight up here. Now he's got another tester. Right in the heart of the pocket though. So finally, we have daylight between the two players. Larry with a 5-3 lead and breaking. And the 9 ball's gone in amongst other things. 9 ball comes up. Larry stays at the table. No shot. Well, I say no shot. If you were crazy enough, you can cut the 2 on the side. And Larry's just that person. He's had a go at it. Well, this time it's not rolled out quite so handily for Larry. He's left a shot. Well, now this is slightly different. Watch the cue ball here. Is it going to stay out the jaws? This is a little bit more of a test now for Coldest Pillow. Trailing 5-3 and trying to run out to rescue the situation, but he's got himself hooked. Now, let's have a look at the path here. Well, you want to go 3 rails right around and out. Now, I don't know whether it depends how narrow it goes in. See, that was the only problem. It depends how narrow it goes into the corner as to whether it's going to come out and avoid the collision on that 8 ball. But the bank is on, I think. I think the bank is very much on in this 7 ball. Oh no, didn't get had to get the cue ball back off the 7. Wasn't thinking about that there. That 7 ball could easily have avoided the cue ball if he'd got the draw in the cue ball to get it out of there. Still, again, not a simple shot this. He's got to hold the cue ball, which he's done. Well, this is simple enough because this is just a little dink through to get behind the 9 or a stun, whatever you're comfortable with. Looks like it's going to be a little stun. Oh, now he might still be okay, but I don't think he planned on getting that thick a contact. And now the gap goes to 3, does it? The cue ball stay in the table? Yes, it does. So we're into rack number 10. We'll watch the cue ball. It's just got nudged in. So this is where Coldest Pillow has to make a move here. Well, just played, I think he more or less played the cue ball from where it was in the kitchen, didn't he? And that inside English there was the undoing of that shot. Well, Larry gave it a good go there. Now, is there enough of the 3 ball to be able to pot it? I am not sure. It looks as if it's overcutting to me, but what do I know? Of course, it's perfectly okay. Now, is he going to be hooked though? And yes, he is. Well, got to go for the kick. There's a strong chance this could go in if you get it pure along the rail. Well, he just caught the rail before the ball, which brought it into play. So now Larry's got a decision to make. Does he try and get right down the table to play the 9 on the side, or does he just leave a long 5-8 combo? So he's got that choice. And watch the side pocket. Oh, he got a nice little tickle off the 6 ball there. And that's about as good as he could expect. But he's got to get this dinked in and out. And he's actually got it out too well. Almost went behind the 9, but he's got no excuse not to get on this 7 ball. Well, Larry looking good now to run away with this match. It's going to be 7-3 with the break. And it's a big ask now of Coldest Pillow to get back into this. Going to need a bit of assistance, I think. Well, this time Larry finally gets the one ball into the side pocket. But he ain't, I don't think he's jumping that at that distance. Does he fancy it? Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I mean, you can put the low angle in the cue on the actual cue to try and get it. You know, it won't rise high, but you'll get the distance. But he's decided to play the push out. Now, Coldest Pillow knows that if he puts Larry back in, he's simply going to just jump this. So there's no point in giving it back to him. And maybe he'd have been better off doing that. Didn't get the right angle on that jump cue. You need to get that jump cue up in the air for the, you know, the closer that the cue ball is behind the object ball, then you need to get that shaft of the cue in the air to get that cue ball to pop up pretty much immediately to execute the jump. Yeah, you've got every sympathy from me, because I'm already gone. I'm always the same every Friday. I should have been in my bed the best part of 2 hours ago. Well, this is the one that can still go wrong. I mean, it's thin. You could end up on top of the 8 ball. I think he's going to be just I managed to avoid. I mean, he was almost on top of it, but he's fine. So it's a little dinky cut. And he doesn't want to finish below the 9 like this. Oh, this is horrible. Watch the cue ball, it can end up anywhere. Watch that side pocket. He's okay. So Larry is on the hill, on the hill, sorry. We've still got 4 viewers on YouTube. We've got 3 left on Twitch. They all die off at this time of night. And we've still got 1 silent one on Kick. There's been 1 silent one in Kick all night. Never said a word. Aye, but Slim, you haven't been here for 3.5 hours. Don't forget, I've been here since pretty much since 4 o'clock this afternoon. So, barring like a half an hour, roughly half an hour or so interval that I had earlier on, I've been here since 4 o'clock in the day. So it's been a long stint for me today. I am knackered, for want of a better description. Well, Coldest Pillow's on the long road to recovery here. This is going south, and Larry with ball in hand to get this match over and done with. So I am going to take this opportunity to thanks once again everybody for joining in, and for those who are still here, thanks for the stamina to stay the distance. Keep your eye on the brackets for the tournaments. There is still nothing on the 3-cushion World Championship. We know the matches that are coming up on Tuesday of next week, and unless anything happens over the weekend, that'll be the next time I will be on VP4TV. So well done to Larry, well done to Coldest Pillow. That was probably his best Friday night 9-ball that he's had, and come out in a fair profit as well. So congratulations to Larry. I'm sure Larry's glad that Spectre Dawn hasn't been around. So Larry's came out on top. He stood up to the pressure. I didn't jinx him, and he's went out 9-3 winner. So that is it, folks. I will bid you good night. I am heading south because I am all but gone right now. So take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Good night.